What up, YouTube? This is Rockwell43 coming at you with a kind of like a information video. Before I get started though, I want to give a shout out just to 13 Biscuit 30. He has a Rustler VXL he calls Spartacus. He does speed runs, bash videos, unboxing, updates, and he has a long-haired Chihuahua with after it got a bath video. That's pretty funny. Might want to check that out. That's 13 Biscuit 30. I'm doing this video because a couple people asked me about when you buy your Rustler VXL, how it says on the box 70 plus. Is it that simple? It's not quite that simple. I just recently was talking to RC Rookie on that new Google thing, and I don't like that. Maybe it's because I don't really understand it, but kind of seems like me and him can't communicate. So what I'm doing is, with this video, is pretty much, showing him a couple of the things that I learned, setting it up for speed runs, and what I recommend to get. These was recommendations that I have gotten when I first started. From Geo Stealth R1, Jess 34 753. Just, I'm just gonna recommend what they recommended to me, because these guys, they know what they're doing. So, and then, the stuff worked for me. I do have a lot of aluminum, and that is not necessary at all. I chose aluminum because when I first got into the game, I looked for hop-ups, and basically that's what popped up. And I like aluminum, but it has its flaws. For instance, if you crash this stuff, to the eye, it may look like everything is okay, but one little bend and it just throws your whole, stability setup off. So, like the A arms, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, like I said, if it's your preference, if you want bling, I call this the bling bling. If that's what you want, hey, you go ahead and do that. But keep in mind that, unexperienced, you're gonna be doing things that you're not familiar with, and when you're trying to learn how to control this car, then you're going to crash. It's just part of the game. So, well, let me get back to what was recommended to me as far as aluminum, and that is the caster blocks. These here, sorry, pointed at the wrong thing. These are the caster blocks. Your bulkhead here, the steering bell crank, which is in here, and the gearbox. Okay. I know some people recommend getting the rear shock tower in aluminum because of it having this hole here, but I don't think it's necessary. You're gonna have to do some drilling and stuff if you get the RPM. But what's good about the RPM is these A arms. Like I said, if you hit something and you might not see it by eye, but it could be off just a little bit, and that'll just throw your whole setup off. RPMs, from what I understand, I didn't use the set yet, so I'm just going off of what I heard. But the RPM it's a real high impact plastic. When you have certain wrecks, there's gonna be times when you just tear something up. I mean, because these things fly. They're really fast. But I believe they're more durable, the RPMs, because they're going to bend back to form. Whereas if you crash with these, it's not. And this whole purpose of this video is to try to minimize your crashing, and how, if you watch my quest, I would call it, to get in the 70 plus club with the Chameleon. I had a lot of damage, a lot of crashes, and it's because of me being hard-headed, so to speak. I had a lot of comments, people trying to help me out, and I kind of like ignored them. Oh, well, I'm only a couple mile an hour off. I don't think it's gonna help, you know. Now I'm this far in. Well, I tell you, balancing your wheels made a tremendous difference for me. I can you know, do a video showing how to do that, but that's what this putty is in there for. It's actually this stuff here that makes it, this boost stick. It's really you can peel it off with your hand easy, but it doesn't come off that easy. I had this here car, I think my best speed run was probably 75, almost 76 mile an hour, and it never flew off. So I think it's pretty good stuff. Ride height. Ride height, if you look at that, the rear is just a little higher than the front. It's like an inch in the front, inch and a half in the back. You want to cut into the wind. That helps with that. I think it also even helps, you know, hold the car down, because that wind's pushing down on there. Plus, you know, your weight. Got these custom weights made for both of my Rustlers from Jess 34753. He's really good at making those. These are about a pound. That's what I just used. They come in sets. They come in a pair. There's one that fits on your bumper, and then one that fits under your body mount in between your shock tower. But for 70 mile an hour, you know, the pound was good enough for me. So I'm thinking maybe a pound. Start off with a pound. You're gonna need that to hold that car down, because it's a two-wheel drive car, and it's made that the Rustler does wheelie. That's what it does. Let's see, lowering to get that ride height. It's a way to lower your shocks. I have a video on that. There's a couple ways you can do it. And if you need, I can show you how to do that. I do have a video on it, if I didn't already say that. Wheel wobble. If you can see here, this has minimum wheel wobble. As a trick that I learned from Jess 34753. If you look, I can show you here. If you look, let me see if I can get this kind of bright. Here you go. If you look here, you see that like dark little, that's a Teflon washer in between the steering knuckle and the caster block here, and that took a lot of the wobble out. All that stuff, all that helps your camber. Trying to lighten up this again, sorry. But your camber, that's your, see if I can get a good front view. I have a camber gauge here. Your camber would be how far your wheel tilts in or tilts out. I like mine straight. Toe in, would be, let me see how your wheels point in towards your bumper here. How it points in, or toe out is how it points out. I try to get that as straight as I can, excuse me. And once I do all that, then I take off. I undo this, your servo here. You zero out your servo while all this is straight, and then you can adjust this to meet this. The servo horn. You adjust your linkage to meet your servo horn. And that should keep that'll get it straight. And then once you get it straight, then you play around with your trim and bam, you're in. But it's just, you know, it's more to just changing the battery and changing the pinion gear. That VXL motor has plenty of power, but the key is keeping your car on the ground and stable. I don't know if I covered everything. I hope I did. Hope I at least answered most of the questions that was asked. But thought I'd make this for RC Rookie, and you know, some of you others that, you know, hit me up. Like I said, if I miss something or you want to know something, if I can answer it, I will do so. If at least I can, you know, try to steer you in the right direction. Inbox me if you want my number. I don't have a problem giving my number out. These guys are definitely my YouTube brothers, and any way I can help, I'll do my best. And to everybody that watches this video, I want to wish, you know, you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And till we meet again, peace.